Afie, what are you doing to that dog? Oh great, you're stuck in a mud puddle. Mom life. Good morning, Barn Fam, and welcome back to the vlog. So today is going to be all about my clinic from last weekend with Anne Sellinger-Cox. I'm just going to be kind of talking over what I was feeling, what's going on, and I'm doing it in the style of a voiceover to respect the knowledge that everybody paid for during the lesson. So here we go. All right, so starting out in the lesson, we did some very technical pull work. We had some cavalettes that were extended to lengthen our stride. We had some shortened to collect our stride. And then we also did a few exercises like you're about to see here that forced us to use both sides of the horse here and helping to bring them back, push them forward. Here we had some cones to halt through. And then as you'll see in this next exercise, we actually trotted up to the cones and halted in them and then had about 4 strides to get to a stretchier set of cavalettes. So again, this was great for feeling both sides of your horse. And yeah, I thought it was very beneficial. So here you can see Bentley is thoroughly irritated with me and all this obedience work, but it really is great for any horse of any level, because at the end of the day, a horse with a straight track and who's obedient to the leg and hand is going to make for much better work on course. Yep, so this one we just kind of kept going through the little course that was set up. Here we're coming back to collect through these tight cavalettes, putting them back on their hind end a little bit while keeping the energy going forward. And then we had a few strides to really stretch the step and get through these lengthy pulls. And then we just came around the corner to maintain around down the long side. And yeah, and then that was just a regular set of pulls there. And then we're going to end with a halt just to have them be respectful to the hand for the most part. And Bentley did that all very well. Okay, so this next video clip is just us working on some canter work. We're still on the flat at this point. And a really key piece of information that I pulled out of here is that with my horse, as you can see him braking right there, he likes to wiggle every direction he can put his body in, but straight. So we really magnified that he likes to kind of provide a false bend here around the corner, and really activating my outside leg to keep him going forward and encouraging his body to be straight. So, yep, we're pretty much just going around in a circle here, figuring out the right kind of pace and then applying it down the long side and balancing in the corners. Alright, so this is where we're going to get into the jumping, and this is also where everything gets a little bit more interesting when it comes to dealing with anxiety and a bit of my mental battle here. So as you can see, or you might not be able to see, but I was literally just telling myself to keep breathing around this corner for whatever reason. It just really struck a nerve in me to start jumping. This has also been my first set of coursework in a while, pretty much since I've gotten back on my horse since having my daughter. Now, what I will tell you is that rewatching this, it didn't feel even half as bad as, or it didn't look half as bad as it felt, I should say. So, yeah, we're just kind of starting out by trotting this little course. And Bentley starts out really, really good. And with his personality, he just, as we keep going, he starts to realize that, it's time to do his job. And he gets very, what I would refer to as ampy, and not anything bad. There's no anxiety issues or anything like that with him. He just gets, very competitive. Like, he wants to do his job very well. So this first course was honestly great. Like, we really just should have stopped here because he was just absolutely perfect. And then as we continue to go along here, you can just kind of, like, and you might not be able to tell, but I could feel that every jump was getting just a little bit more kind of punchy. And that's where it starts to flare up my anxiety a little bit. And I'm going to go later in this video to tell you how we fixed it and what I was actually feeling. And then right here, yeah, he kind of takes a bid for that jump. And we're going to get to the fun part. So there I go. All right, so let's stop here and do a replay. This scared the crap out of me. But let's watch what happens here. First of all, I just want to applaud my horse for doing everything he could to keep me on. Also, folks, always practice emergency dismounts by grabbing the neck. That will save you 9 times out of 10. And we managed to keep the jump up as well. So we obviously have a balance issue. And this really struck my anxiety. I don't like to come off. I don't think anybody does. And I had to sit back and sort of analyze what was going on. And came to find out that how my reins were hooked up to the gag bit that I use was giving me this feeling of absolutely no contact about 3 strides before the jump. And it just makes for a really hard time of placing your position. And so we ended up switching the reins from the lower ring on the gag bit to the cheek piece to help allow Bentley to stretch down into the bridle and put some weight in my hand. And that made absolutely all the difference. I had to sit back and kind of work through my anxiety a little bit and then try again. And as you're going to see through the rest of these video clips, it worked out seamlessly. So I'm super excited, and I'm so glad that this problem arose because now I have the tools to fix it. And I just have to say that horses like this deserve, all the treats in the world, because he really did do absolutely everything to keep me on his back. And I'm sure he felt bad and for what he did. So yeah, I was just super happy with the way that this lesson ended. I couldn't have asked for a better horse. So I will let you guys enjoy the last bit of this video. Thanks again for watching, and if you like what you see, you like these kinds of videos, then be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and the like there in the corner. And then we will see you next time with a story all about Bentley. Thanks, guys.